All right. 3, 2, 1, and oh god, I did it again. Okay, go to 6. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
at 7.
Okay, I'm the worst, dude. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. All right. I'm just too excited.
And?
Did I say and again?
No, like the first.
The first time.
Just
Okay.
Like, why?
I don't know. I'm so focused on the games. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry. I'm not going to get any better, though. So lower your expectations. Yeah. We were just getting so pumped up about this series. We're in Group B, where MbL needs some wins coming in here at 3-3, and Yo's at the top, Dave. But we haven't, apparently, according to the stats we just looked at, actually seen these guys play each other in S-tier events that frequently over the last few years. So Yo's in the red playing as the Malians. MbL's in the blue. And what do you expect from these two, man?
Well, when MbL played against Dark, I believe he was Japanese. He went for forward dock plus men-at-arms.
Yeah.
And skirmisher follow-up. Forward dock, men-at-arms, skirmishers. No archers. Just skirm follow-up.
Yeah, it's MbL thing. He also he made a lot of skirms.
Yeah, we'll see if he decides to do the same type of strategy against Yo. I think Japanese are just ever so slightly better than Malians here. But it's close. It's really, really close on cross.
Yeah. And Malians were picked a lot last year on a map like this. We haven't seen him as much. I think Yo opting to maybe ban some of the better civilizations for this, or maybe MbL did, which is why you ended up with Malians. But, you know, on one hand, you have Japanese with the wood savings because of cheap lumber camps, mills, mining camps. Malians save 15% on every building they build. So I think maybe come Castle Age, Malians feel a bit smoother because of that. But Japanese have the man-at-arms. Japanese have the stronger fish. So
we look at the tech trees, too. Like, really the only thing that Japanese are missing is, like, camel.
Yeah. Yeah, both civs. Like, I think Malians are a bit better switching into stables. In fact, they're just way better. They have camels and good knights. But then Japanese have better infantry, and then Japanese
and they
have better
full monk
archers.
tech tree.
Yeah,
just like Malians. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like it's a wash basically. Late game though, Malians may be favored. They have a bit stronger late game push potentially, especially with the Farimba light cav or Farimba camels or cavalier or whatever could be good. But we'll have to get there first as Yo now docks the pond to the north, and MbL is going to dock the pond to the east. Yo has not walled in his villager. Could be concerning here. Oh,
great timing, Dave. Great timing on that comment. And MbL, yeah, scouting really early, but you had mentioned before that he tried to dock Dark's pond, and I think his scouting at this time, combined with the map layout, this is just an early invitation for MbL to send a Vill there. It's a pretty straight shot if he just wants to send a Vill.
I don't know why he got Loom so early. I don't know if he was housed or something, but he has it already. Yeah. And that's probably why he hasn't walled in his villager near the dock, or it's just MbL being MbL. And he doesn't care.
It is interesting because Yo might not assume that you're going to have Loom, and he might attack the villager. But yeah, most likely it was just PopCapped or something and made a mistake. I feel as though if MbL can make this chaotic, he's normally in a good spot. But I guess the flip side of things is like Yo is the master of chaos himself. And Yo really thrives in those types of moments. So maybe, I don't know, like if one player were to try and play standard here, maybe it would be MbL, but you don't normally associate MbL with playing standard at all. So tricky.
I think if we were to ask him, he wouldn't know, because I don't think MbL knows what he's going to do until he's halfway through the game.
Yeah, he adapts really well. As does Yo. I think Yo typically goes in with a bit more planning involved. But MbL is probably like one of the best guys mid-Castle Age onwards. It's just, can he find the early control over a game? That is questionable.
Okay,
sometimes.
so he's sending a villager to the pond on the left. He knows the dock is on the right from Yo. So MbL is going to the left pond, and I hope he opens with like a fire or a galley or something over there when he gets that dock up. Should be up no problem. Also going for a big wall around the gold, which is interesting. And then he was thinking about walling to the water, but he's going to wall off the water now?
He doesn't see the wood line.
Yo can't sneak a villager?
If he sees that wood line, he would wall
Yeah,
to the
he-
wood line, but he doesn't see it. He misses it by
He's
one
gonna
tile.
find it probably. He'll find it. He brought the scout back there for a reason, right?
Well, he did just walk past it, which makes me think he's just going to check the edge of the map now. That's a lot of
Yeah.
walling, dude.
It's MbL. He's fine.
Yeah.
He'll be fine with that. He'll be fine with that. He's perfectly content with doing that. He'll see the scout over by his own dock, and there we go. Villager arrives at the dock to the left side of the map. Hopefully MbL doesn't just gather the fish and then head all the way back before realizing his villager
Yeah.
isn't building a dock.
I mean, he's going to need
Seen that one
wood.
before.
He's walling a lot, so...
And look at what Yo's doing. He's coming forward with a drush. Oh boy.
Yeah, Yo's
It's gonna
like...
be men at arms soon.
Yo's
Oh,
like
jeez.
walls. That's interesting. And he hits feudal,
to
so he
see
starts to
that.
attack MbL. MbL's scout is there, though, so that's good work from MbL. And here come the militia, and Yo's going to see the Vils, and MbL notices it.
He was going out there to wall anyway. That's really good timing for him. Honestly, that's fantastic timing. But there's not many villagers in the TC. Yo could have gone right underneath that, dude.
And there's... Oh, the house goes down!
No!
The house goes
No!
down! Oh, disaster for MbL and all the walling. All the walling in the world can't stop this now. Oh, this is painful.
He did kill the scout from Yo. He will lose one villager, and it will be able to wall off his other wood line, but he's losing more vills now. He finally has the dock up at the left side, and he's going to go for fishing ships.
What, MbL, please get
he's-
that palisade.
Kind of walled these in now.
Kind of. But he can't take his gold. That's the worst part about this.
He did all that walling to secure the gold, and now Yo is trapped inside.
Oh, wait. No, Yo realizes as well. Well, something else we need to look at right now is that villager on the left side for Yo. Will he encounter that dock or not? MbL just wants to fight this off. He's just sick of it. And honestly, really good start for him. He's weakened a lot of these man-at-arms. So well played from MbL.
He only loses one villager to this?
Crazy.
Classic, right?
Yeah. Well,
He has no problem with defending with vills against like a men-at-arms or archer push or anything like that. He's done it for years. Might lose another vill. Yeah, that's an unfortunate one.
yeah, good work there from Yo. MbL probably shouldn't have allowed that to happen. And Yo spotted that MbL was on the left
saw
side.
the dock. He sees the dock and he's going to engage with the villager.
Ooh, he's interesting. Now, Yo is bringing an archer already, so Yo knew that he was spotted and knew that there was a villager over there, so it's...
There's a galley coming out for MbL, though.
Oh,
that
that's
dock's
sick.
not going up, I don't think.
This map is so cool, man. Like, every game, players kind of try and do the same things, but every game is a little bit different, and MbL has just been super extreme with the walls here. Well played, though, to at least defend his fish on this side, and...
Kill the villager. Kill the villager. Yep. Gets
Got
him.
it. Dang.
Nice. Well played.
Well, the dust has settled now. MbL has... He's going 2 docks at home, so he's going to go full fish boom there. Also has the dock protected for the time being on the other side. And he just needs to brace himself from the archers that are going to be coming in from Yo. And that's going to be the difference right now, is like, especially that gold feels very vulnerable if archers get to sit near that.
He did wall a long way around, though, on that gold. And that's the reason he did, right? So he could avoid the archers. Placing another... Oh, Yo
Yo
ping. Oh,
signaled.
no, Yo X'd!
He
Why
just says misclick.
X?
Yeah, MbL doesn't like that.
No. If you haven't seen that video, please go watch it, guys. Just MbL X's or whatever. I can't remember what it's called, but it is hilarious. Just not like when people ping in 1v1s.
Yo, oh, look at the move from Yo. Brought 2 vills instead of 1
Mm-hmm.
and is dodging. Oh, man, and MbL is just expecting to have this fish for free. Well, stubborn play from Yo here. He will actually get a dock up here, which means fire galleys could hit MbL's fishing ships.
And MbL just felt safe over here.
Mm-hmm.
So Yo is going to save both of these villagers. And that's just an experience move right there. MbL going for an archer range at home. He's now making a farm mill. He's going skirms. He does have quite a few fishing ships in the pond to the right, but he actually canceled that other dock that he was adding.
Okay,
So
interesting.
he's not going to full fish boom there.
Yo's going to have a head start on the left side, but they are Japanese fish, and MbL's benefited a lot from that. And also, MbL will have skirms. So MbL should be able to get a few skirms out and be able to clear up any archers towards the middle. So honestly, it's been a really competitive, really close game so far. Still could swing either way. And Yo, you cannot lose this villager on the left.
Yeah,
You got to save that thing.
He's gonna win the 1v1 fire war because of the galley.
Yeah.
Which is kind of nice.
Yeah, and MbL...
And MbL should go back and try and snipe that Vil now. He's not going to. Oh, he loses the galley. That's unfortunate. That sucks. But he was busy.
Skirmishers,
Busy at home.
Skirmishers come out with fletching. Yo, realizing there's no armor there, happily takes the fight. I'm sure he won't love the idea that there's skirms out, but Yo's soon going to click up to the Castle Age, so could always just add something else in. And yeah, 2 docks on the left side versus 1. I think MbL will hold there for a bit, though. And MbL really needs a market right now. Like, things are really messy.
He has one.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, okay. And he's just going to sell the barn. And Castle Age times could be pretty competitive here.
Okay, so Yo is going to be fully walled. MbL is going to be fully walled. And Yo is adding a stable now. Okay, he's still got some archers left, so he can upgrade to crossbow. MbL adding a second archer range. So it's going to be crossbow knight for Yo against just elite skirm for MbL and crossbow.
And it's always interesting when players don't have scouts, which is where we're at right now. But Yo's adding one. He probably will have to use that against the skirms, but he's also sending a villager to the south, which is kind of where my brain was going. And as I say that, MbL's also sending a villager to the south, so they're going to find each other down there. And not too bad. I like the approach from both players. Also, I love how MbL recognizes he's probably just going to lose his skirms now. So just trade him off as best you can here against the archers.
That's value right there. That's value. And now Yo is like thinking, do I want to keep massing these? I guess I will. I only have one range, so it's going to take forever. The crossbow upgrade's not really going to be immediately worth it. Lost 3 archers there, so good value from MbL. He will get to Castle Age 15 seconds faster than Yo, but he is now... Well, is he losing the water on the left? Because he's got his fishing ships tanking a lot of damage.
Yeah, and that's intentional from him. It's so funny. You can do damage over your own fishing ships, but they can't do damage over yours. It's the same with buildings like docks and palisades.
And the dock in the south goes up, but it's fishing ship opening from MbL.
Oh, he might cancel those. He just lost that villager. He might cancel those fishing ships if he realizes.
Maybe not.
Okay. Well, I guess he doesn't see the dock yet.
In the north? No.
War Galley upgrade's the first thing you click if you're both players in Castle. Like, it's such a must. Decent demo for MbL on the left. Yo's clearly a bit distracted. And there is that War Galley upgrade.
He won't go Royal Galley. It's not his style.
Yeah, maybe not. He's just going to add the TCs. MbL's like, okay, you want me to add fish? Sure, I'll do it until Castle. And then it's just Arabia for me.
Running out of fish on his one pond, too, to the right. I mean, he can't go for fish traps, but that's very expensive.
Okay, well, I guess MbL has had more fishing ships throughout the game, right? So he's benefited more from them, and then Yo could catch up and benefit more in the long run. Good job from Yo, though, to have that southern dock. So even though they're Japanese fishing ships, they'll go down pretty fast. And Yo also ran away with his archers. MbL 2 TCs. He's going to go monks, I guess, with a couple crossbows, but it doesn't look like MbL's really confident that he can move out right now.
He needs more food eco. He's going to start running out really soon.
Which, I guess it's good that he's going crossbow and monk then, right? After you get your upgrades, you don't really need that much food eco. But Yo's got 2 stables. And Yo with knights and eco is just so dangerous. I think Yo's weakest point is getting pressured early Castle Age. And that's a lot of players, to be fair. But at this type of game, Yo just plays so smooth in most situations.
Still only 7 fishing ships, though, so he hasn't taken advantage fully of controlling those ponds yet. Hasn't started adding fish over there at all. Still just relying on his fish from his starting pond and his farming eco, which is about the same as MbL's farming eco right now.
Yeah, it's true. Transitional eco is easier said than done. And MbL had control for a long time. Here are the archers now from Yo. He's going to see the crossbowmen. And I don't think he realizes how many crossbowmen are here, but he's going to take the engagement. And no final armor upgrade.
Yeah, that's not a fight he wants to take.
Yeah.
No, sir.
I think that's a fight you take because you're adding fishing ships and a couple other things, maybe. I guess it wasn't the worst engagement ever, but I feel like trading 2 knights for 4 crossbows doesn't feel that strong. Oh, man. The scout, though. No way. Yo, that's crazy. Oh, that's so sick. And he even saves the scout, and now the knights are able to take a fight because the monk isn't there. That was some beautiful work from Yo, who just expected that MbL would have the monk coming, got the timing right, and is able to flee now and save the rest of his knights.
Yo's holding him in his base, and now Yo starts adding in fishing ships.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got 7 in the queue. He's really going to expend his 3D code. Drops another TC forward on the stone, so he can start thinking about a castle pretty soon. And MbL is forced to drop farms.
Yeah.
Not as good as fishing ships immediately. I mean, it takes up villager time. You'd rather be just producing from a dock, right? Only wood unit, but...
Also, I think farms with that horse color, right? Like, you definitely want it at this stage. He's been able to afford it, but can you think of it when everything's go crazy?
Mm-hmm.
But we've seen MbL with monks before. I still think that he's the best player with monks in that top 10. Maybe running now is in the top 24. Like, maybe him or Ganji or one of these guys who've been going crazy with monks could do better, but he's just so good with it.
The thing that makes MbL so unique as a way, just the way he controls units, right? The reason he's so good with monks and mangonels and stuff, he doesn't move his screen. When he just like, he drag selects everything individually, but he does it so quickly and so precisely that it works somehow. Everyone else has to like hotkey, control group, all of their units. With him, drag select, click, drag select, click, drag select, click. It's very unique and it works really, really well for him.
And Yo doesn't know too much about this. He doesn't know there's siege. And so it's one thing to be surprised by a siege monk push, but it's another thing to see it when the buildings have been up for a while, there's 3 or 4 monks, and you've got TCs behind it. So Yo is kind of, he's just getting relics right now, and I think he intentionally placed that 3rd TC on stone so he can end up going for a castle. But he reacts now by adding his own siege workshop, which is probably the perfect reaction.
Mm-hmm.
But he's going to be up against some crazy stuff there. But man, Yo just so cool and calm under pressure. Just saves the villagers there, finishes the siege workshop, no problem. That
Yo
hill
runs out
is
of fish at the top.
perfect.
That's the same as MbL, who's completely out of fish.
Oh,
officially.
true. Yeah, you should be fish trapping there in an ideal world, I think.
He's busy.
When
He's got a mangonel push going on. He's busy.
When he starts to check his idols, he's either going to delete them or add fish traps because it's going to get annoying if he doesn't use them.
He brought them over, so he's thinking about fish traps.
Oh, look at Yo's line of sight real quick.
wood.
Okay, now he can see the monks, but for a while there, he couldn't see that there was 4 monks.
Oh, he almost dove in there. That would have been disastrous if he
Yep.
did.
Nice job picking off the reinforcements, but the monks are super
1,
close.
2, 3, 4.
1,
He'll get
2,
1,
3.
2, 3. Oh my goodness.
Man.
Scout tries to come in here, but it's not going to pick off another monk again. It shouldn't, at least. And Yo's got 1 monk of his own forward. He's cutting off the pikeman reinforcements, but he just added 3 knights to MbL's army, and MbL is pushing in towards that gold, and Yo is going to need to do something here. He has almost enough stone for a castle.
You know what I want to see? I don't think we'll see it. I want to see Yo go forward. Yeah, because MbL's army is out of position to defend.
I think he might.
YOLO
honestly.
it forward.
It's Yo. He either puts it in between the farms here, or he goes forward with that castle.
Oh, and Yo doesn't get a conversion there. MbL getting some great engagements. Yo kind of falling behind. He loses his siege now as well. MbL, dude, just able to make it chaotic in the mid game.
This castle,
Please. Please.
I've never seen anything more certain in my entire life.
Yup. Let's go. But
I love these guys.
It's so good, man. So many players won't do that. And it's the correct call here because you're struggling. You can't engage against MbL. You have to make it so it's awkward for him as well.
And you have a siege workshop in defense, right? You got the town centers to kind of defend against those knights. You're really wishing you didn't give them the knights at this point.
Yeah,
because they just killed like 5 villagers. And if MbL is distracted by your castle in his face, maybe you can get some good shots with the mangonels.
Look at MbL's vision right now.
Oh my god, dude. Oh, that's a disaster waiting to happen. Oh boy.
Oh, I love these players so much. Spot on, correct call in the heat of the moment here from Yo. He wanted it on the other side so he could mine stone there too, but I think you just had to make sure that you actually complete your castle.
Fine.
Yeah.
This one's fine. You can stretch out for that gold now to the south of it, which he's going for right now. MbL is like... MbL at some point is going to be struggling for even wood because he doesn't have that much space. He's still pushing, though.
How can MbL have so much of this army? Like pikemen, mangonels, monks. be castle dropped and still be on the way to imp here. It's just insane. And he does kill another monk. Yo has been a little unlucky with the conversions compared to MbL, I think. But MbL, if he could just get a castle down defensively, he could always treb down that forward castle from Yo. And Yo's making Gebetto there, which is actually a really good unit, I think, if your opponent has pikemen.
Make the fish traps now. Those fish have been sitting there for a long time. He's up to imp without the any fish, by the way.
Yeah, crazy.
Oh, nice fish traps, bro. Real great.
It's fine.
They'll work.
Yeah, nothing will beat Tim in, what was it, like Hidden Cup 3 qualifiers. He made fish traps in the middle of the lake. MbL's actually casting that with me.
Was that the go up set?
That was the go up to imp set. Yeah, MbL was in rare
God.
form that day.
Redemption coming in for MB. Oh boy, Yo's got to be concerned about this. Yo has control over 3 pawns, and MbL is still pushing him. Yo now goes for a castle. MbL sees that. How many knights does he get? He's targeting 4. He gets another one here. Yo has a couple monks to convert the knights back that were converted.
Nice job
And
from
he
Yo
will
with
get the
light cab
castle.
at least. Yeah, there was good bait there from Yo. He ran forward with the knights initially, baited the monks forward, pulled the knights back, and gets rewarded for it. But he's still not up to imp. And so he still has, a castle in the front he has to defend. But MbL, where are you going with those vills, bro? Just walking through, just passing.
Does he?
Gather point problems?
I mean, he's gonna have vills forward now.
Yeah.
He might not realize it.
I think he
until
just
they are, and
realized.
He's going to the stone. Okay, he's going to the stone now.
Also, MbL's imp TC was the starting TC. That could have been rammed down or anything this whole time, but it wasn't. MbL will drop a castle where we could finally treb back Yo.
Oh, this micro is super tough for MbL. He does manage to get the knights and only loses 1 mangonel and a few crossbows. He got redemption, though, and Yo had snuck out and killed all those monks.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he hasn't been able to get value from that. He might get some value here.
Oh, that's a big shot from MbL. Beautiful hold from MbL because all this siege from Yo could have killed this whole force. This hasn't been upgraded yet, and like you said, there weren't many monks. What does Yo do now? Your opponent's going to treb you down. What's your game plan here? I think
MbL almost has enough stone for another castle. He's buying it. He's going to go forward with it.
Yo added a demo out of the dock he just lost in the north, by the way. I respect it.
It just died.
Yeah, I know. I respect it, though. MbL's getting Bracer just yet. You could tell just how awkward it's been for him to afford things.
This is exactly the type of game that I expected. I'm not disappointed in
This is amazing. Yeah, this is already the
Yeah.
best game of the day, right? So, like,
Yeah.
these are the 2 players you want to watch if you want some entertainment. And great defense again from MbL to hold there as he drops a castle there, which I love.
On the
And,
hill.
oh, man, Yo's going to click up to imp as well. So he will probably make it in this game, but he's got to do some damage, I think, to really hurt MbL's main eco because he's going to lose so much control at home. Crazy game.
He's adding a TC to the south on another gold. He's going to get kicked off his starting TC for sure, and his forward castle is going to die.
Yep.
But Gebetto's in the north maybe could make things messy. The Mangonel's in the south still making things messy. He's now going to stone over near MbL's base, so he could maybe drop another forward castle.
It's messy, all right, man. I mean,
Yep.
Yo just got really badly housed, but simultaneously is going to find a lot of villager kills in MbL's base. I'm thinking unit comp-wise, honestly, the light cap's been fine, but I think what you would want as Malians is you probably want champion. But then again, like, MbL's going to have castles and can make samurai. So you might be damned if you do, damned if you don't with any of your compositions now. Still more Gebetto for Yo. Has a lot of faith in this infantry unit that has a bit of range. And it's been pretty effective, but
Gill
it's just
nets
a
from
fragile
him,
unit.
handcart from him. I think the biggest problem with Gebetto is just like the frame delay on shooting. It's
Yeah.
so annoying if you're trying to micro down.
MbL needs to take the south, right? MbL, he took out the castle, and he's correctly trying to push into Yo's economy in all these different areas. But if he could just get a couple raiding units to the south, Yo would lose so many villagers there.
I do like that castle in the middle. Now you're really splitting Mr. Yo.
Yeah, it's true.
Like, it's really, really tough for him to gather his military. He's trying to come in with the Gebetto here. The monks are still here. MbL even charging with villagers now.
All right, Yo, if he can keep this castle up, this could be huge. He's going to take 1 treb. Really tough to micro here.
He's going to get another one here, too. He's going to get another one.
Oh, Yo!
Parrot, MB.
Wow. Sick save there from
nice. That's really, really good.
Yo. And now MbL's starting to branch out to the other areas. MbL definitely has the lead in this game, but Yo could bring it back. Yo has more resources than MbL. He's got more on food as well. But I just don't know what Yo's comp is.
Dude, at the moment, Gebetto is working in the north. He cleared up all of the mangonels, all of the monks. The crossbows left earlier, and that's why he could do that. But he killed all the trebs, too. The problem for Mr. Yo is definitely this crossbow army that is still building for MbL. And MbL picked off a bunch of villagers near that gold. Yo forced to go for a castle on the little hill south of MB's base.
Elite Gebetto, we never see this.
What?
I think he's doing it because if he goes champion, MbL just goes samurai, right? And samurai are better than champion. But the Gebetto is good against infantry, is not so good against ranged units, which MbL has a lot of. But MbL hasn't really committed a lot to that.
The problem with the Gebetto is, like, if this MbL is making some samurai, if they even get close to them, those Gebetto die in like 3 hits.
Yeah.
To samurai.
We're seeing a lot of bonuses
and
to
it's
play
towers now from MbL. Watchtowers coming in. Yo will just be content to snipe that treb. This is what? Tower, Gebetto.
This is so good. MbL's got his crossbows on the left side, though, Dave. We see Yasama. Let's go, Yasama Towers. Man, some unique stuff at use in this game, but MbL, he's still got so much more map control. If he could just take out that castle, that is where his base started. If he could take care of that, I think then it starts to look very good for him because Yo has just lost so much eco over the last few moments. I'm still not sure the Gebetto is that good of a unit here.
Yeah. Elite Gebetto is a little bit better. 6 range on them is not bad. But crossbows will kill those if they have bracer. And MbL is now in on the eco from Yo to the left. Continues to push, and the Gebettos really have no answer to the towers.
Yeah.
Like, they're so frail. They can't run in there underneath the towers and start sniping things. So that's a great play from MbL. Chemistry now on the way, and he's still got some stone to put into more towers. This is just an amazing game.
It's so cool, yeah. And like MbL, I love how he's adding ranges at home, and he's made the towers where he wants that treb to be. Because he knows the Gebetto, as they've sniped plenty of trebuchets, they're strong enough. I don't like the fact MbL doesn't have Arbalest yet. Like, that feels like a must-get when that's your best unit type right now.
Busy getting block printing, bro. Like, what are you gonna...
Yeah, true. For the monks that he's now making. I guess to convert bombard cannons, because Yo's using those.
He does have redemption, so you might as well... I mean, you haven't used it yet this game, but you might as well use it at some point.
Yeah, just surprise him, right? I mean, Yo's trying to push with Gebetto and bombard cannons in the south as well. Yo's got 19 Gebetto. He still has more on food than MbL. MbL's got a lot on wood. Yeah. But it's such a messy game. He probably just isn't able to really seed farms right now and focus on that.
I just love all the different things that these two guys do. They have so much experience in messy games, especially Yo, right? All the little things that they're doing that maybe aren't optimal in a vacuum, but in a messy game like this, tossing away an army to buy yourself a minute is sometimes just worth it.
Yeah, and the towers, right? There's a lot of players that don't make use of this, but it's a messy thing. It holds a position for you. And MbL had time to add the monks to try and convert the bombard cannons and still hold the position in the north. He's making more towers because he knows, just keep an eye on that, wait for the monks, and then maybe I'm okay. Look at Yo, though, adding stables, getting Farimba. He's going to try Farimba like Kev.
And he's kept his villager count high.
Yeah.
Eco KD is 41 to 38.
And also, Yo still has the castle in the south and is held there convincingly. He took out quite a few towers. MbL's fallen apart there, actually.
Yep.
Meanwhile, of course, MbL converted a bombard cannon on the other side because that's just how this game has gone. Wow.
Look at him slowly just... Oh, man. This reminds me of that arena game for Sato that he played with the bombard tower. Except he's got guard towers this time around.
I mean, this is just such a great game. Yo needs a way out of his corner, though. He needs a way to push back those trebs. And he's thinking the Farimba Lycav with +7 attack could do it. He's got more stone, so if he loses the castle, he can build more, but I don't think you can lose this type of position and really get away for much longer with this. Oh, man, MbL trying to fix his economy. I'm seeing some farms being added for the first time in a long time. Yo now with the repairs, and a big shot on the crossbows that were bunched up hitting the mill. Don't tell me
Did
there's
not
a way
expect
for
that,
Yo. Dude, he's just
Didn't
waiting.
I looked away. I looked away.
He's just waiting here. Don't tell me Yo could do this. This would
No,
be
I think
sick.
there's just too many areas, right? He has to push in the south. He has to push in the north. He has to push down the middle.
Well, look how many light
Arrow
cav are in the
slits now
stables, though.
coming.
Like, seriously, look how many light cav he is waiting. He's waiting and waiting and waiting.
Ooh.
He will have like 20 light cav with +7 attack.
Don't underestimate the towers. That's all I'll say.
Yeah. The crossbows found the villagers for Yo, too. So Yo's losing some of his only gold access in the middle of the map.
Oh boy, that's a big raid. That's actually huge damage there from MbL. Yo has been trying to keep his head above water for villager numbers, and he's been hovering around that like 100 mark the entire time.
I can't wait for Yo, who could lose a bomber cannon to a conversion here. Could lose 2 bomber cannons to a conversion. Yo, you've got to move out with the light cap here, man. You've got to move out.
2.
Where'd they go? Oh, they're killing all MbL's villagers.
They're raiding.
Okay.
But don't underestimate the castle and the towers, man. Don't underestimate them. They're doing a lot of good damage here.
Oh, man, this is an insane game. The population is even now. MbL's going to have light cav in his eco if this continues. Yo, still has castles everywhere somehow. And you've been saying these towers are strong, Dave. They're absolutely strong. But this is going to make MbL need more pikemen, I think. You have to get better eco. You have to get more pikemen on the field if you're seeing Farimba light cav.
Handcart coming from him. He's out of stone, so he can't really rely on the towers anymore. And he's been trying to take out one Farimba light cav on his stone with villagers. Eventually got it.
Look at this from Yo, though. He takes out the Trebs from MbL. MbL can't push anymore in that middle area. Just ridiculous. If Yo could get stables down towards the south and raid MbL's main eco, MbL doesn't really have much defense there. How has Yo been able to do this?
It's crazy, dude. I think it's because MbL just tried to focus on too many things at once, right? The craziness is good, but at some point it goes too far. Maybe if he just had a big ball of Arbalists, he could have pushed with the Trebs. And there's the Arbalist tech finally.
Yeah, finally. He's got 22 still. There's some gold available, but there's not a lot of gold available. And Yo's still trying to keep his bomber cannon alive. Yo's got 40 on food. I mean, MbL has more now. But such a great game and such a great job from Yo to expand to these corners. Mm-hmm. Remember that chaotic castle in Castle Age? If he doesn't do that, this game was over a long time ago.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Classic Yo move, though. I could feel that was coming.
Yeah, exactly. Same. We just
as
knew.
Soon as you're like, you know what he could do with the castle? It's like forward.
Yep.
Just forward. He didn't have thumb ring either. Oh, he didn't have thumb ring.
Well, he now knows. He's like, upgrade check, right? He's like, okay, I got to get these ups. And I have to somehow still hold the middle and stabilize the sides. But the side I'm concerned about is actually in the south. Because, again, he's very exposed there. This is going to end up being like that MbL versus Capwatch game at Red Bull, where MbL has all his farms in the middle pretty soon.
Maybe.
Oh, man.
That was such a good game. I forgot about that one. Oh,
yeah,
my
seriously.
God.
People were like, after a couple recent events, oh, this is the best game we've seen in the last year. It's like, dude. MbL Capwatch.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's so many great games, and Yo and MbL giving us a treat here. This might be one of the best games of Titans League Season 2 so far. How has Yo been able to hold control here? He's going to snipe MbL's Trep again.
No. Treb stays alive. It does go down barely. Just barely goes down, but so does the bomber cannon. Yo still has 1,300 gold in the bank.
Wild.
Because he took all of that gold from MbL, all of the stuff forward. He's in the back of MbL's base with Gebettos. MbL still has 137 villagers, though. If there's one thing both these guys are good at, it's keeping vill numbers high while they're being raided, especially MbL. He will just keep queuing forever.
Yo also has 3 relics, so that's nice, and he could maybe get more gold in the north. We should also mention, since we've been talking about a lot of unique bonuses, that Malians have a gold-lasting longer bonus, which doesn't normally feel strong until you get into games like these. Oh, God. Yo, don't lose your bomber cannon. Oh, my
and
God.
a Gebetto.
Well, that was a little sloppy there from Yo, as finally he's going to add stables in that area. We've been calling for that for a while.
He's going to lose the Treb to Pikemen in the north.
Repair! He notices it. Great save. Great save.
Great save.
This is unbelievable, man. How can you lose half of your base and still be okay? And that's like kind of for both players. Both players have lost significant portions of their economies this game.
And they're both at 170 plus population.
Yeah, and the KD's 260 to 260. I mean, it's so close. But honestly, now, I think if you wanted to, you could actually consider the champion play. Because there's going to be fewer castles for MbL, and Samurai might not be as realistic. Maybe after you take out a few more castles, you consider that. Oh, MbL, your Treb. Your Treb. Yo's taking the monks. And he's going to take the Treb as well.
Oh, no. The Treb. No.
Rip. Oh, man. MbL also in the middle of the map.
Oh, God.
In the middle of the map, he's been found, and he's going to lose the castle in the north.
He was in the market.
Falling apart. Rip.
He was selling stuff in the market. He was trying to afford stone so he could make more towers inside his base to make his base less raidable.
Dang.
But there go the Arbalest, and there goes the Treb. He was distracted for 1 second, and that's what happens. And now Yo is pushing back.
And now it feels like Yo, I don't want to say the first time, because he's done a lot to make MbL react to him, but Yo is going to have the 3 positions now, right? MbL had those positions for so long, and now he's lost them all, and now MbL is going to be in a cycle of reactions.
Yep.
And I just don't know if you can come back now if you're MbL.
It was a comeback from Yo, but it was also kind of a comeback from MbL to put himself in that position, because remember, he did lose 3 of the pawns.
Yeah, I know. It's just a crazy game.
Yo.
Just a crazy game. As we have also seen so many crazy unique techs. I think the one thing that MbL will be kicking himself for is just the fact that he wasn't able to get Arbalest as early as he needed it. Like, I think the Arbalest upgrade with the Trebs that he has, Yo isn't able to move in as comfortably and snipe the Trebs and be as sneaky. I mean, Yo's castle, look at the very left side here. That castle, that's the same castle that had 4 trebuchets on it before. How did Yo keep that castle up? That was just insane. Masterclass victory for Yo. We should also state, in terms of the whole league format, that MbL now has lost 4 games and only won 3. So he's going to be even more desperate for more victories. But, I mean, hopefully the rest of the series is like this game, because that was just crazy.
It's exactly as advertised. That's exactly the type of game I would want to see from these two. I think MbL just got a little bit too cute with the towers and stuff. Like, we were talking about how cool it was to prevent Yo from pushing. But if he, instead of going for the towers, if he had just made another castle forward, had 4 or 5 Trebs with a ball of 30, even crossbows, they don't even need to be Arbalest at that point.
Yeah.
I think he pushes and wins.
And
right?
It's so tricky because, like, there's a world where MbL does exactly that, then doesn't secure those extra areas. And then we would sit here and say, you've got Yasama towers, man. Control that area with towers, and then control the middle with army. So it's really hard to know actually how it would have played out. I like the tower play from MbL, but he was almost so active with his army and so aggressive that he just didn't have upgrades. And he didn't have the eco that Yo did, at least in terms of the food. Yo had 10,000 more food collected. And the resource you don't want to have more of is wood at the end of the game. That doesn't necessarily matter unless you're playing like a 10-hour arena game. You want to have more gold, you want to have more stone, you want to have more food because that helps you more. But I don't know if there's anything else you have to say about that game besides it was just incredible. Such a great cross game, my word. I'm surprised he chose Scandinavia because Yo has Mongols, which is a fantastic Scandinavia civ. And you might want a little bit of momentum here if you're MbL after losing the first game.
Interesting generations here, too. They're both like roughly on the same side, which is not something we see very often. They've got a decent distance in between them, but they'll probably both dock the left. And that means that we might have just a straight up water contest rather than like a sneaky dock situation. What do you think about Hindustanis on this map?
I think Hindustanis are actually a really good pick against Mongols. If you get to the mid game, it's so much easier to boom and add economy. Mongols, they don't have Halberdier, so they're going to try and go for Mangadai probably as their go-to unit against your camels long term.
Yep.
And it takes so many castles and so much time to get Mangadai, and it's kind of sad for classic AoE2 fans like us because we just don't see Elite Mangadai that frequently. But you know, it's not a map, or it's not a civ that we've seen picked a lot on Scandinavia for the map. I do think MbL's just picked it because it has so many options. So that's good. But what's great about Mongols, apart from the hunt bonus, is that the scout bonus is extremely relevant for this map generation. Yo should be able to find out where MbL is. And if MbL just assumes where Yo is, that could be a problem for him.
Nice house, MB.
Yeah, right next to the wood line. It's nice.
It won't affect it that much. I mean, eventually it'll actually help if you want a wall around your wood line, but
I think he unfortunately placed it at the start, and then he realized.
yeah, and then he's like, "Ooh, look at where my lumber camp can slot in right there." It's
Yeah.
still gonna be fine. I mean, you can fit 2 on the other side and then 3 on the one side.
Okay, so Yo's gonna see this hunt and that gold, and he's gonna be like, "Wait a second, is MbL to the right or is he to the left?" Because if he's
He
to the
sees
right,
a boar as well. Like it should just tell him exactly where he is.
But like you said, 80% of the time, you're gonna have players closer to opposite shorelines. So Yo initially was like, okay, probably to the right. Now he sees the stone, and I guess he's docking at the moment. But yeah, he kind of feels like MbL will be to the left, and this is huge scouting intel for him right now. What did you think of the strategy that Hera's been going for with the fast feudal into water without even docking yourself?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I feel like Jordan's a bad matchup against Hera, and it didn't really even work for Hera that well against Jordan. It was just he went out to the deer faster.
Agreed.
So he got up to Castle Age.
Yep.
And then he went double monastery, which seems to work really well against Jordan.
Ooh,
As Yo is going to find this villager. Can MbL wall this in? This is terrible if he loses it. This is terrible.
MbL, save it.
Finger hurting.
Oh!
It's fine.
What a save, dude. What a save. That's huge. Now, I wonder if Yo doubles back for that kill. Because it's on 1 HP. No, he doesn't. And sorry that this interrupted your comment here, Dave. But yeah, I mean, if MbL ends up losing that villager, he then isn't as fast as he needs to be to the fishing ship, which Yo already had on the way. So it wouldn't just be 1 eco down. You'd be down like 2 or 3, which is devastating on water maps.
Losing a villager to a scout that's trying to dock is like getting 2 boars lamed. It's terrible.
It's bad.
It's one of the worst things that can happen to your early build. And MbL is going to be fine with that villa. He will get the fishing ship out a little bit later, but Yo is going to have a weakened scout, so he can't really be annoying with that any longer. And you were asking about that Hera build. Like, I don't know. It worked against Capuch because Capuch wasn't expecting it, right?
Yeah.
Like, not at all. And Capuch even made it fairly competitive in that game. And then it worked against Jordan, but I think it just had to do with the Castle Age transition time. I think it's a decent option if your opponent isn't expecting it.
Okay.
I think it's okay.
It's one of those things, right? I like the strat because it's an interesting meta shift, I guess. But I do feel like it had more to do with Hera's opponents than the strategy itself. And I'd be really curious to see Hera try that against Yo, or Hera try that against someone like Viper, who I think would do really well at adapting in those moments. But, I mean, certainly he's 2-0 with the strat. He's kind of shown it in group stage. So when the playoffs rolled around for Hera, I'll be curious to see if he's going to have that up his sleeve again. All right. Now, MbL did an interesting thing here. He scouted the house, and he scouted the dock, and then he just said, you know what? I don't need to know where your base is, because you're probably just going to go water or something.
Yep.
So he's just walling his base.
And he's going up to the top.
And he's going up to the top.
And because his scout is full HP, he can just patrol it back and forth and look for the dock from Yo, I think, up there.
See, I like this if you also defend your fish at home. But I guess he only added 2, so it's like it's
Yo's
really
coming back to
sneaky.
that bill.
This is where going to 20 and 25 HP on your Palisades with your Dockville is a mistake. Unless you're fast enough. And oh, there you go.
Yeah,
See,
he sees it.
I build it ahead of time, but nice job there.
I mean,
MbL.
but Yo is going to have ships out first, so it's only a matter of time before that. MbL needs to leave now. If he sees the scout over there, you need to leave now, dude.
Yeah, I
He's
guess
patrolling back and forth on the shoreline to the north, though, so he is doing the thing.
MbL housed, which is also the thing.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, I like the idea from MbL thus far. I like the fact that MbL isn't going to be able to see it. Or, sorry, that Yo won't be able to scout it easily. I don't, however, think this gives MbL an edge. Because at the end of the day, you are going to lose 2 fishing ships. And Yo's still going to have 3 at his original side.
Oh, the galleys attack the fishing ships first. He might be able to save the Ville.
Run! That works out.
If only there was like a wolf or something waiting.
Yeah, just go to the ladder for that, dude. Sometimes there's like 4 wolves on the wood line,
Dude,
or on the shoreline.
They like gang up.
Yeah,
They
it's
like
bad.
sit in choke points, like 4 of them.
It's bad.
And they're waiting to mug you. It's crazy.
Yeah, MbL and I played in a 2v2 tourney where there were penguins that attacked too. It's just not fun.
Ooh, that's a good pick off with the scout from MbL.
Yo's gonna
Gonna
try
find
and
the
show
villager
his
coming
quick
out.
walling skills here, or
No,
not.
he's just gonna Yo is too old for that.
Yeah, and he's like, maybe 3 years
like,
ago. if people would have figured that out in 2015, I would have been a god at that, you know.
Like if you talk to Yo about stuff like quick walling, he'll just be like, "Yeah, I can do it, but it's pretty nerdy, so I don't."
Yeah, just too much
It's like,
work.
Okay. Yep.
Too much work.
It's over it.
Okay, now
Yo,
Yo's scout.
Find the villager from MbL.
MbL losing his scout HP could actually be a pretty big factor here, but I think he knows that Yo spotted him. So he should have a feeling that Yo could sneak a dock, and Yo's going to do that right now. And this is what I meant. Like, Yo, he won the water on the left super easy,
But
and now he's just going to add fishing ships.
Did he? Because MbL has a dock going in the middle.
Oh, I like it. Dude, we've seen more docks on this Scandinavia game than any of them.
This is exactly what was advertised with these 2 guys. It's just like, well, okay, he's distracted over there. I guess I'll make another one right in the middle where he'd never expect, and another one.
Wow, this is so good, man. And guys, the reason we get excited about this is because it's just so smart, right? And they're doing everything else as well. They're also hunting, as both players should be doing. Since there's leftover hunt, they're walling just in case there's going to be land attack, and they're constantly, and I mean constantly, moving with their scouts. But let's see, will Yo spot the new docks from MbL, and then will MbL spot the dock from Yo on that right side?
MbL can beat that Navy too.
Loop in maybe
Chase back
on the other side.
The fire galleys on the left. There we go. They're coming back, and they're going to go right into another fire galley here. Yo is going to discover this. He's going to be like, what?
Yeah, seriously.
Excuse me?
He's gonna feel like he's okay if he sees 2 docks, but if he knows it's 3, he's gonna feel a little overwhelmed by this.
Yo goes for a market. So he's about to click up soon. MbL should go for a market himself. He only has the blacksmith right now.
That's
Definitely
true.
needs a market.
There it is, in his base. And look at MbL's scout. Oh my god. He sees the dock now. So these guys have been so good. Obviously, land is going to matter here, but fish matters a lot more in the early stages. And it's been very similar to Cross so far, I guess, in terms of the water control. But I guess MbL has put a lot more importance on water here than he did in Game 1.
Yo's been really, really good with these galleys. Managed to keep them alive. They have 5 kills.
Also, Yo snuck by the other dock of MbL and went right to the fish in the north. Just looped on over. And MbL has been making Navy. He's been waiting. But normally that fire ship is going to patrol into his dock and his fishing ships are going to be okay.
Both players up at exactly the same time.
Oh.
Almost exactly.
Oh, they're so
It was
good.
a little bit faster.
so good.
I know they are.
Oh, can we just do best of 11s between Yo and MbL every day, all day? Because I would watch it. Oh, geez. But, okay, so let's think land a little bit. Hindustanis have the cheaper vills, which is great for adding TCs. They both have good food eco as well, so they both could absolutely boom.
Yeah, I think mid Castle Age, Hindustanis definitely have the advantage.
Yeah.
100%. All the way through Castle Age, actually,
Yeah.
over Mongols. And even early Imp, as we saw a nice little demo there in the south. But the late game composition for Mongols, if they get there, very dangerous. Very, very dangerous.
And, you know, MbL's no stranger to some type of a forward. And it feels like with this type of game, when so much could go wrong with demos on the water, you could see MbL doing that. The only thing with MbL that I'm not a fan of here is that he actually sold his stone, which you see on other maps. But I feel like with that much food, you just want to drop those TCs immediately.
Yeah.
And get the vills pumping. So maybe he'll buy it back, or maybe that tells
now
us he's
selling
going to be
food for
aggressive.
gold. He probably wants the War Galley upgrade. Nice demo. Damn, dude.
That's a big demo. Right before the upgrades come in, too. So Yo's probably like, oh, man, I thought it was going to be Castle Age faster than him with the Mongol hunt. Nice sniping of the demo there, though, from Yo. MbL, in the end, uses it against the galleys. And does Yo have a demo on the
demo
way?
coming. Another demo coming from MbL right down the gut. Oh, big demo. Let's go. However, Yo will still have the numerical advantage here as they get the upgrades. Yo's going to be clearing that up. But on the north, MbL has more fires than Yo, so it's a trade-off here.
Yo also, actually a pretty big concern for him is he doesn't actually have that much fish remaining in the south. So even if he just holds that position, as you see MbL trying to save his fishing ships, yeah, even if he holds that position, he's not really benefiting from the fishing ships as much. It's going to be more so farms and everything else here. Yeah, this is where your eco starts to really fall out of whack because you start to lose efficient fish. You need those farms. And man, Yo doesn't have any eco upgrades, I just noticed. This is really good for MbL.
Oh, baby. He goes in and boom! Dude!
Thank God I caught that one. I've missed the last 3 demos because I keep looking to the other side.
MbL just cleared up like 5 ships with 3 demos.
And now we'll kill the fish. Yep.
Yeah. Yo did snipe a few of his fishing ships in the north, though, so MbL won't really have fish where Yo does not, and won't be a significant advantage. Only 6 on food.
Don't use the demo against fish, MbL.
Needs to farm.
I think MbL, at the end of the day, he's fishing more towards the north. He's transitioning towards land.
Yep.
So he's not going to mind that he just killed those fishing ships. Third TC for Yo. Remember, MbL can't do that unless he gets the stone again. But I like the farming eco, and I like the vill count for him at the moment. He's got a lead for sure. But he only has 2 fishing ships. I don't know how Yo did it, but Yo must have killed a few more than I noticed in the north.
No, he had like 5 up there, and Yo just YOLO'd in with those couple fires and took him out.
Yeah, it seems like he's still trying to do that. MbL spotted him. MbL would love to be able to add like 5 to 10 more in the north. And maybe we actually do it on the left side. Yeah, he's just going to add 1. But there he buys the stone back.
He's got 5 in the queue. He's fine. Yo still makes fires, though, from his docks in the south. So
yeah,
he thinks MbL is going to start adding fish, which he is. And he can just sneak out with 1 or 2 and snipe them all down.
So MbL has no vision right now. And Yo loves to have a scout alive and do things like forward castle. Also, can we just appreciate Yo's scouting for a second? Just look at that.
Yep.
His fog of war is insane. He sees everything pretty much.
Can we appreciate his food eco as well?
Yeah, that's not so insane.
2 on farms for 3. Yo can afford the 3rd TC. Yeah, but
dude, he needs to be buying food right now.
He does, dude. He's got 1 villain in the queue, and that's it.
That's so tough.
Look at that idle TC time. Just ding, 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 ding.
And demos on the other side. What was that noise?
It was the sound of the clock ticking upwards.
No, I wanted to hear you make the noise.
Ding, 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 ding.
Thank you.
Also, the sound if you click the dock too many times.
Yeah, I know. We need the no ding mod. It does exist, by the way. I haven't tried it yet.
Mod? I don't mind ding.
You don't
Remember
mind the ding?
Lustful Encounters, the custom scenario map?
I do, actually, believe it or not.
Yeah. That is known in my chat as the ding.
The
map,
ding?
Because when I play that, I'm cycling through 30 docks at the same time.
It's just like, there's so many bells, right? Like, there's not even that many bells at the church. Like, give the monastery some bells. And what a close series this is going to be. But again, so important for MbL. Like, Yo's feeling great. He's 9-1 right now. He could lose these next 2 games. He's still fine. MbL needs to get some wins.
Nice block there from MbL with the fire. Yo's like, I'll just go to the right of you. Okay.
I like what Yo's thinking. And finally, he's had more success in the north there. I really like that. But what has been a struggle for him is something we already touched on. He just doesn't have the same amount of farms as MbL.
Yep. Took him a long time to add those farms down. He was like gathering from the deer for so long, and then he ran out and he didn't realize.
So tough to balance that. But this is what I want to see from Yo. I want to see outposts in the middle. I want to see something that has vision in the middle. And I know it's a little iffy with Mongols. Sometimes you want to have safe castles with them, but dude, I mean, if MbL's full boom, dropping a castle on his face would just make it so awkward for MbL. He's got no army, no barracks even, so he can't switch into a stable or an archer range. And Yo's at 500 stone right now.
And MbL is not even on stone.
True. But he is going to be on 4 TCs. His economy is going to be way ahead of Yo's. Just doesn't have the army yet.
He could be on 2 TCs and have a better economy than Yo at this point. Like, Yo has just not been able to produce villagers. And Yo is actually coming with the villagers, so he's going to make the castle. Is it going to be super forward, or is it just going to be on one of these middle hills? Actually, why am I even asking that question? Of course it's going to be super forward, right up against the walls from MbL.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. But if he ever loses the castle and he can't mass Mangudai, and we're like, OMG, he needed more Mangudai, this could be a
Yo
problem.
is not a if I ever lose the castle kind of guy.
It's what the castle does for Yo, I think.
How much you want to bet he deletes this and puts it even further forward? No? Oh, wow.
$3 billion.
That he doesn't do that? Or that he does?
That he doesn't do that.
Oh.
It's all right. It's
You
fine.
have $3 billion?
No, I was willing to go to the bank and get a loan if needed.
You can get a loan for $3 billion?
Yeah, I've got real good standing with the bank.
Damn, dude.
I know a guy who works for the U.S. government. He just
Zuck on the on the speed dial.
Oh man, look at MbL, and now MbL's dropping outposts, but it's gonna be too late.
Yep.
This is gonna be annoying. Even just 3 or 4 Mangudai can wreak havoc on MbL's economy. And there's going to be 1, there's going to be 2, and there's the Siege Workshop as well from Yo. And MbL, his goal is going to be Imp, so he can make a defensive castle and treble that back, but he might have the economy, just still no army. And I'm not sure, like, if you want to go Golems, which are high Pierce armor, I'd understand it, but you need a castle. And so in the end, he's going to drop stables. Yeah.
Yeah, I think camels are fine here.
Yeah, Zuck on
like
speed
the Mangudai, the Mangudai can do okay versus the camels, but they have to run. They have to hit and run, and eventually you're gonna run out of space, right?
And
the camels are gonna catch you.
And I like it too because you just want your castles for trebs here. It's so much easier to produce out of stables. And man, oh man, like
how is that castle not hitting that villager? I swear.
What castle?
I'm gonna lose my mind. There was a blue villager from MbL coming from the south of Yo's castle. She went right into the castle fire and it missed 4 volleys in a row.
Projectiles are broken in this game.
They're
when it should hit, like from far away, projectiles hit everything, but when it's close, projectiles are broken from buildings. Like TCs, I had a scout underneath my TC, took no damage on 2 volleys.
Doesn't hit it.
Yeah,
nope.
But if it's 6 tiles away, if my scout's 6 tiles away from the TC, and I get hit by 1 arrow, I'll lose half HP.
Yeah, it's like, dude, just at some point, like the people in the TC just need to like drop a rock. Can we research like rocks?
Dude, don't give the devs ideas, okay? They'll give it to Persians, and then they'll just be TC dropping and rock dropping people. So, wow, I think Yo realizes MbL's up, and is he gonna go pikeman here, or is that just gonna be 1 barrack so he can make everything else behind it?
Maybe 1 barrack so he can make other things.
Okay.
MbL's buying himself a lot of time with these camels.
He is, yeah.
It's fine. And he's getting the +2 armor. At some point, he can just run into the castle once he has enough camels. The food eco is still decent for him, still better than Yo's, and he still has the fish.
Yo.
Gathering.
I love Yo. I don't know if you still do this, but he's going to try it.
Like, a player like Viper would be like, I want consistent Mangudai production. I need to control the rest of the map. Let's look at the hills adjacent to my base. And it's just like, I see TC, I need to castle.
Yeah. Well, he's committed now, right? Like he needs to continue to apply pressure because he hasn't even clicked up yet.
Bro, he might deny chemistry.
I think he won't. But I hope MbL doesn't take out the Ram because I need to know. Okay, well, MbL's cheating. Great job from MbL, though, right? Like, his economy in the mid-game was what bought him this position.
And now MbL can, like...
just make trebs.
Sorry. Yeah, he can make trebs, and he can even, like, send these 4 camels over and look for a hole in Yo's base.
Yeah.
And if he ever gets in with heavy camel, yikes.
It is interesting, though, because, like, if MbL doesn't put the trebs in the right spot, Castle Age Mangudai are still pretty decent.
I think these heavy camel can just run in and kill the Mangudai.
Yeah, maybe.
He's looking for a counterattack on the right now. He can either go for a pincer maneuver, or he can go for a counterattack.
Yeah, just go right into Yo's base.
Uh-oh.
Yo, still wanting to click up to Imp. The best unit you can make as the Mongols is probably the Mangudai here. Good stubborn play from Yo on the right side on the gold. That's really nice.
Yep.
MbL sees that, though. And he will try and run forward here to take out the Mangonel, or Mangonel, excuse me. And yeah, camels are now in Yo's base. Great job from MbL to realize Yo would be exposed there. Things are falling
Bomber
apart for
cannon
Yo.
now out for MbL, and like I said, the Mangonite just need to keep running further and further back. Heavy camels, when they do get hits, are going to absolutely slaughter them. And now Yo is dealing with all of this stuff in the back as he's going up to Imperial Age. He's going to lose both of his production buildings here. Both of the castles that he needs for the Mangonite. He's going to lose them.
Look how condensed everything is for MbL. What a great job to push back against this. Castle drop pressure is so difficult at times, especially when Mangonite are being produced. But man, these camels, they just eat everything here. Just 9 Mangonite for the player who's about to lose both of his castles. Yo is going to make it to Imp, but I don't know what he can even do when he's there. Hindustanis were a good pick, man.
These Mangonite are just like, is this side of the castle safe? Oh, I'll just run in. What a Yo move. I'm going to lose all this army. I might as well just kill you.
Might as well. Yeah, it's the best value you
He's
can
not even
get.
going to get it. He's not even going to get
Oh! No.
it. Oh, disgusting.
Oh, Hindustanis were such a great civ choice here, right?
Yep.
Like, it's dangerous, you feel, initially, because you're giving Yo Mongols. But in the mid-game and beyond, Hindustanis
Feels like
can do this.
If you win water here with Hindustanis, you should just win from this point onwards because you have the extra food, right? You can get up to Imp a little bit faster, and the Mongols are just going to slow roll it.
Yeah. I mean, but civs aside, remember how difficult it was for Yo? He got to the 3 TCs faster, but what was the noise? Like, the idle time on the TCs was just so incredibly high. So MbL transitioned it so nicely, which I think you could argue he didn't do as well in game 1, because I remember he was so late to things like horse collar and farms. And, I mean, look at the score. This is just crazy. MbL doesn't even care.
MbL goes for a forward castle. What is Yo doing in MbL's base with those builds?
He forgot about him, man. They've been there for
So
a
did
long
MbL,
time.
apparently. No, he knows. He knows. He knows.
MbL really seems like he's warmed up, right? Game 1, not implying that he wasn't warmed up, but it was messy all around. It was an entertaining game. MbL ended up on the losing side of that one, and I know he's probably feeling the pressure here. And this is an amazing response. Another forward castle, but it's from MbL this time, as he'll just have the Trebs ready to take out Yo. And Yo's a fighter, Dave, but he's still making Mangonite. And
He's dead.
He's just dead.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah. Super dead.
Now we might
I know
see chemistry
it'd be
deny.
like, you'd be super focused if you're MbL in these sets, but if I know him and if I know Yo, they're probably both having a lot of fun playing these games.
Oh, for sure.
They're
yeah.
both like the style of game that they enjoy, for sure.
Yeah, I feel like it's a matchup which is has so much depth strategically, and then they just it's just fun types of games. Like, neither of these two really like the crazy, like, nerdy meta stuff that kills them early castle. They both struggle against that. Neither player really offers that. It's more depth, I guess, and less snowball.
I mean, Yo, you have 10 military. You're about to fall below 100 pop, my dude.
He's like, I'm Mongols. I don't get to play with Mangonite that frequently. Let's go.
Imperial camel on the way from MbL. He's got 30 heavy camels right now. Look at him, even dodging the ballistics.
He doesn't care.
Go on, son.
He could also just dive, right? He could also just take the fight.
Yeah.
There used to be a time having 2 castles, and we're like, oh, Elite Mangonite's on the way. Let's go. But I don't know if 15's going to be enough here. Yeah, and the Trebs are still going to survive for MbL, which obviously means he can continue this push. Imp Camel's now 7 seconds away, and if Yo hasn't called it by now, I think he'll call it once he sees Imp Camel.
Yo.
Okay. He's at 110 pop. He's gained population.
Yep.
He's got this. Look at MbL making the stables on the right side. Holy stables.
Oh my god.
Just bloop. 10 stables like it's nothing.
Well, Parthian Tactics is in, so
yeah, there we go.
By the time he only has 1 castle left, he'll have fully upgraded Mangonite.
MbL could grab the relics. And
Even
MbL's
attacking the castle with the camels. He
Oh,
doesn't care.
no, don't give Yo. Oh, God. Now Yo's going to take
God.
the Trebs and stay in this game for another 10 minutes. Or will he, actually? These camels do
Galleon
really well.
research from MbL. Let's go, dude.
Galleon.
Control the shorelines.
Why are we going Galleon?
Maybe he doesn't realize that like you don't need to research for Cannon Galleon anymore, and it just kind of looks similar.
He's like, yeah, that's Cannon Galleon.
No, he's queuing up galleons. He's gonna control the shoreline, which is pretty good.
Yeah,
that's
and
pretty good.
Yo,
Yeah, you can just slowly constrict Yo.
I think Yo's just having fun, like you said. I think he so rarely gets to play with Elite Mangadai these days. He's just enjoying the moment.
I keep expecting like a chat message from MbL, like, "What are you doing?"
I know, but he's probably
like
resisting the urge right now.
Yeah.
And the other thing too that's always important to clear up is like, if Yo's really under pressure, which he obviously is, he's not looking at everything we're looking at. He's not looking at the pop. So, you know, usually you're gonna notice when you dip below 100 population, but I mean he hasn't been losing the ball of Mangadai yet. MbL's just gonna go skirms now. Galleons are actually on the 1 TC. And there is always that, I don't think players really do this, but you know, if you want the player who's about to beat you to get a little frustrated going into the next game, it could play on a little bit longer. Yeah,
I don't think playing,
but I don't
on
think people
longer is
do
a way
that
to frustrate MbL.
Yeah, that's true. Wrong player.
Yeah, wrong player, dude.
MbL is being conservative. He's actually out of golds. What?
Oh my god.
Dude,
No.
if there's a chance, if there's a chance, we are gonna look so stupid. Dude, he's got 26 Mangadai. He's dropping stables. He's still mining
Hussar
gold.
coming in.
No way.
There's 4 relics there at the front that Yo's gonna take back, and Yo is going for more stables.
No way. There should be no way.
Yo, no, like if MbL just takes control of that right side of the map.
Yeah,
it's over.
yeah.
And he's building up skirms now. He's got Imperial Camels, Hussar. He's got 5 traps.
Yeah.
Just waiting to push in here. Just waiting to push in.
MbL needs to protect those trebs with everything he's got, right? Like, you cannot give Yo an opportunity to snipe those trebs and drag the game out.
I can't believe he's out of gold. Please grab the relic in the north. Does he see it? He doesn't.
Oh my
know.
god. Oh my god. I mean, he should be raiding the northern gold, right?
Yeah.
It looks like he's actually just going to shift around the other side to hit that castle, which is so weak, by the way. Like, that's 4 treb volleys away from going down. MbL's got 5.
He's just slowly taking it.
So did Yo, like, realize that MbL is going to be out of gold?
No.
There's no way he did, right?
No. I mean, he did explore the entire map.
He did,
and
but he doesn't know how much MbL has
Yeah.
left.
Yeah, exactly.
He does have crazy game sense, which, of course, he's always had, and snipes a bomber cannon on the left.
Bye castle.
Yeah, good job from MbL. That should... Yeah, there's no way that Yo... Well, it could go through the wood line, actually. Okay, castle's down.
No, these Mangadai are... He's going to have to pay dearly to get more than 1 tread there.
Yeah. Now, you snipe the camels, suddenly MbL just has Hussar and skirms.
Send all the vills forward to take that down. Send some of your wood choppers forward to take this gold, MbL. No, he goes back the other way. Okay.
Dude, there... I can't believe it, but I feel like there's actually a chance that Yo can win this game right now. MbL's got 5 imp camels, dude. Just 5. And he's going to lose his traps! What? What?
It's
The
fine.
pathing. He clicked back home.
He's got fully upped Hussar and Skirmisher. That should be enough.
But, okay, so to everyone, including us, who is saying, why isn't Yo resigning? This is why, right? Like,
Yep.
he still had 1, maybe 2% chance, and he's been playing on. MbL's got to finish him off. And I think the key for MbL is you actually avoid the Mangadai, and you just raid with Hussars. Just raid all the sides. And yeah, this is perfect from him. I don't have Imp Camel, but I'll take down your Mangadai, because you can't make more of them.
Yeah, exactly. Just keep diving in with the skirms, ignore the Hussar from Yo, and just snipe the Mangadai.
Yeah, and maybe...
Once the Mangadai are
this is
sniped,
done.
your Hussars can just run wild. And
Yeah.
there we go. There's more villager kills on that side. Back down to 115 population is Yo.
KD's 191 to 191. Love to see something like that. MbL's got 81 on food behind all this. But there's only
tread down the
23
monastery.
Mangadai. Yo does have a castle, and Yo has 3 relics. MbL needs to get that relic in the middle of the map.
He's trebbing down the monastery with the relics.
Worth it.
Yeah.
Totally worth it. Yo's still taking a lot of gold, though, and a lot of wood. This is still kind of doable. I mean, Yo's position is way better than it was when we thought he was dead 20 minutes ago. So, yeah, continue to fight
Looking
here.
at that Magadai number, though. 18 now. GG.
Okay.
Yeah, he lost the monastery and he called GG. Okay.
There was a moment where I was concerned for MbL, but he worked so hard in the early stages of this game to dominate the water, and then Castle Age was just so good from him. His boom was amazing, and he wins this game, and it's an important win for MbL. It's still so important for him that he can try and get the next win, which will actually be on his home map. So he had chosen to play Scandinavia's Game 2, which was his choice. But he had 89,000 resources collected for MbL, 64,000 for Yo. Yo was just so far behind in the boom. Here we are, and Dave, this map looks like a koala. Look at MbL's base. That is a koala bear. I'm not sure about like the torso to the feet. That's a bit odd.
It kind of is. I mean, the ears are a little bit big, right?
Yeah.
But if he positioned his sheep a little bit on one spot and then his scout on the other spot, it would be like eyes, kind of, you know?
Yeah, that's just what I saw. Not sure if there's anything else standing out to me there.
Yeah,
but we have Turks versus Bohemians. We've seen this matchup a lot, and you and I both feel like Turks is slightly better civilization here.
Yep. I think it all depends on who has middle control. That's it.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to. But the Bohemians player usually plays into like, oh, I just want to get Huvnitsa and help. And I can't remember the last time that a Bohemians player was sitting inside their base, getting Hufnitsa held, was actually able to win the game.
Yeah.
I can't remember. It feels like whoever has map control just wins. And we saw from Jordan earlier, he tried to push out against, I believe it was against the Poles, right? He tried to push out with hand cannons. And it was a really good attempt. And he bought himself some time. And then as soon as he clicked imp, he like forgot about queuing hand cannons. He just stopped. And then he went back to sitting in his own base. He still lost.
And I really do like the trend of adding additional army in general to the middle. I'm just not sure if it's worth it to go hand cannons of all things, right? Like, I feel like if Turks are out there, they're going to go light cap. So maybe you don't add too many spearmen early. But then once you get 3 TCs, go for some pikemen, right? Go for a middle siege workshop. Try and apply some type of pressure against Turks before they get their gunpowder. But I think free light cav, mining gold a little bit faster. I know Bohemians have crazy mining bonuses, so they're technically better off there. But just light cav, the cav archers, the gunpowder, and then artillery being available for Turks in the super late game with all that range on their cannons makes them the superior civ here.
I don't know if we'll see the standard matchup that we usually see with these two players. Because, like I said, MbL is one of the best arena players of all time, whether he wants to admit it or not.
He is really good.
Say that he's really, really good. Yo, like I said, he doesn't like arena. He doesn't think he's very good at arena. He can play it if he has to, but it's not something he's fond of at all. And I think we've seen Yo kind of stumble a few times with arena in tournaments. Usually bans it. Didn't get a chance this time, and we'll see how he manages to play. Turks should be one of the easier civs to play.
Yeah, and it's not like new, so the other players might have more experience with some of the quote unquote newer civs that have come out within the last 2 years. Turks, they haven't really changed much. But you're not wrong. He doesn't like it. He lost a game against Draken his first week on fortified clearing, and in that series he chose to ban arena, and then Draken picked fortified clearing up. So ever since then he's been banning fortified clearing for the most part. So I think he might actually hate fortified clearing more than arena. So maybe. If you ever play Yo, consider picking up one of those maps. But having said that, Yo did also go for Siege Tower Crossbowman to deny a castle at 90% and stop a crazy fast stint play from Dragonstar in the first season. So he somehow finds a way into the highlights either way. All right, okay. Great map for Yo.
Already going out to gold here.
Yeah, great map for Yo if he does get pressured. Normally it doesn't end up happening. It's normally the other way around. And I guess you could say the same for MbL with the back gold and back stone.
Well, I mean, back gold and back stone is always the thing on these map generations, right? It's about where the secondary one is.
I don't think it's always in the back. No.
Oh, I've never seen a generation where that doesn't have back main gold and stone.
Honestly,
too?
it's possible that that's what we've done. I just honestly haven't thought about it too much. Like, we used to spend like 8 minutes talking about where people's resources were. Granted, that was back when map scripts were super unfair. Like, you'd have 2 relics spawning in someone's base sometimes. But yeah, it's possible. It would make sense. It does seem like it looks like it was planned here. So
just keep it in mind for future arena games, because I haven't noticed a map without back gold and back stone for the mains. It's where the secondary is.
Yeah,
it's pretty rare for the secondary to be in the back, but sometimes it is.
Yeah. I mean, MbL's golds are going to be more in question than anything. His one is more forward, and then his third gold. So, the 2 secondaries, they're actually next to each other in the same spot. So if Yo were to go for castle pressure or any type of aggression later on, that could be a difference maker. And MbL gets the extra hit. Yo probably doesn't want to take this fight because his scout will become like Kev later on.
Go. He turned away.
Pretty fast uptimes here for Yo if he wants to go for the stable, though. Especially with no farms. I think this might actually be... okay. I'll be curious to see if Yo has the resources here to be able to do everything he wants to do over the next couple minutes.
We'll see. Doesn't have... Yeah, no farms is going to be tough, right? You're running out of sheep quite quickly here.
He did go 1 on gold.
He doesn't have 2 vilts queued either.
Yeah.
Like, this is gonna be rough, dude. Maybe he can sell his stone to buy food.
I mean, I think he's
market
actually
stable.
going to be okay to click up, but then he's not going to be able to get good eco upgrades while he's on his way up. Which, with a scout build, I feel like it's what you want. But I mean, I do I say things like that, and then when I play arena, I do all the things I'm saying, and then I still lose. So. What was up with
it's an interesting life being bad,
Yeah, it is. Are you gonna try and destroy the world with a controller, by the way?
I don't know. I bought an Xbox, but it's still in the package. It's been on my couch for like 3 or 4 days.
Okay.
So I'm planning to. I just can't summon the energy to like get it set up.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to stream to my computer. I'm hoping that I can like
link
do it through like the Microsoft Store or something like that, because I don't want a capture card and I don't want to stream just from console to Twitch. That's gross.
I think
I don't
you
have any
might
of my alerts or anything.
You might need a capture card. I don't know though, to be honest.
Yeah.
I've there's been a lot of interest. I think it's really good for people who don't want to invest into a PC and want to play the game. I think it's really good. I'm, as a PC guy, not the biggest fan of how a lot of it's automated. Like, there's automated options. I think it's good for players who would never dedicate the time to like learn the game naturally. But I'm more curious from a spectating standpoint. I wonder if when this console version comes out, they're gonna even have that be a possibility. I'm assuming no. And if that were to happen, that would be way down the line. But I will be curious to see, like, it might... Let's say people get really good with the controller and you can automate, like, build orders and certain things. From details I've gathered from the trailer, there's certain things you can do. It might produce, like, different types of games, which could be pretty cool.
Yeah, maybe.
Cool.
I know you can't customize the builds. I know that.
Okay, so you choose whatever they have in there.
Yeah. I've talked to a few of them. So... the scout is inside, and it's trapped inside now from MbL. Interesting.
He is going to be so annoying with this scout. Oh, wait, no, he's not. Whoops. Forgot about that little detail. It's going to be light
cav, though. It's going to be light cav from Yo. And his scout should be dead pretty soon.
He
might be able to block foundations or something, though.
Yeah, look for a weak Vil. I mean, that especially hurts MbL here because he's not going scouts at all. He's actually coming to the middle of the map with villagers against Turks. That's crazy. Interesting.
Well, he's got a scout inside, right? He knows. He knows that Yo has all the light cav there. So Yo's not paying attention. And like I said, we're not going to get a standard game from these two. We're not going to get the campy Bohemians versus the Turks running around with light cav. Instead, we're going to get MbL coming forward. 2 monasteries in the middle. And this looks like a Maudry build to me. Actually, no, Maudry would have the third and fourth monastery coming up already.
Yeah, like, it feels like this shouldn't work, right? Like, monks against Lightcap. But remember, we talked about Yo's economy. He doesn't have good eco upgrades. He's opting for the TC. He's not really expecting to need a lot of Lightcap.
This is Maudry playing on MbL's account. I've seen this build so many
Also,
times.
Yo doesn't see it. That's the best part. Yo has no clue. He's in front. he doesn't actually see it. And will he see it here?
Find out.
Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, just okay.
Yeah.
You're just minding my own business.
Triple monastery. We have atonement as well, which feels like it could be helpful, but you're not seeing all-in monks from Yo. And great job from MbL to at least distract that Lightcap for a little bit longer there. Just not the type of game we're maybe expecting here. Yo noticed it, though. He's going to go to Stone. I like that decision. I think having a defensive castle against a crazy push could be super helpful here.
Yep. It's just where are you going to be forced to put the castle if MbL gets in. But MbL doesn't have a siege workshop yet, so is he really going to get in? We don't know.
What? I guess MbL is going for relics. Oh, MbL doesn't even know where the other relic is in the north or the 2 relics on the right side. Oh,
he doesn't
man.
know anything, dude. His scout was trapped inside. He has no idea.
That's not good at all. Converting a Lightcap would be really helpful, though.
Oh, he'll convert a monk, too. He'll convert a monk. He'll convert a monk. Doesn't get it.
Yo should know Atonement is in now, and Yo, you just got to mass Lightcap, dude. Just mass Lightcap and find the moments. But it is MbL, and MbL's so good with monks. This is why you said he's one of the best arena players. His monk control is insane. Yeah. And it's like the player you mentioned, Maudry, or any of these guys that primarily play arena, and that they can actually convert Lightcap. Because they'll have enough monks, and they'll start the conversions fast enough. And if you don't kill them fast enough, those are going to be MbL's Lightcap.
And no extra Lightcap from Yo. Just Loom.
Just
so
Loom.
He's just waiting for... He's waiting for enough stone to get the castle. MbL's actually opening with Ram. That'll get him through the walls faster. And Mangonel doesn't really give you all that much because you can stall out the building behind the walls with the monks.
Yeah.
So Ram is probably better. Look at how fast he targets that. Like I was saying, how he doesn't have control groups for different types of armies, but he does. I believe
monks,
his mouse. Yeah, his mouse has like a bunch of different buttons, so he just control groups the monks to different buttons on his mouse.
Yeah, I mean, for years I always said, because he does use a lot of hotkeys on his mouse. I was told recently that was brought up to MbL, and MbL was like, no, I've never used monk control groups on my mouse. I just do other things.
Really?
Really? I feel like the amount of times I've said that about MbL, he would have like messaged me over the past 7 years and been like, no. But that's what I heard. So interesting to talk about that. He obviously does a great job regardless. And the castle's going to go up for Yo. Yo has the eco lead, but Yo only has 1 relic right now.
Yep. Well, MbL can only see 1 relic right now, so...
True. Yeah, and like, what do you do if you have to go get the relics?
Grab the relics, bro. He didn't grab them last game. He didn't grab them in the first game. There was relics inside of his, like, economy last game and the first game. He didn't grab it either game. What is this Ram?
I mean, if MbL loses 2-1 here, he still has to play Leary, and he still has to play Backed in the group. And Leary, you'd probably say, is a favorite. Backed. He took some games. He took a game off of Leary. Like he's.
I've watched the back games, man. He looks like he's having fun.
Yeah. He's not as sharp as he once was, but he's having fun. And like, this is MbL we're talking about here, man. Like, this week is gonna be crazy for him. He really needs wins.
Grab the relics.
Nope. He's gonna push. I don't even know. I assume Turks get guard tower. Have you ever seen Turks ever go for guard tower?
Turks get
they get keep.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. But I think this might be the first time I've actually seen guard tower defense, I should say, from the Turks.
Oh god, Janissaries here. Gonna try and convert the light cab. You can always switch over to the Jans.
This is good work from Yo. It's unfortunate for him he didn't take out the Mangonel. MbL could now repair it. Feels like MbL
do get a little bonus damage versus the Rams. Just a little bit, 2 or 3.
MbL's home map doesn't feel like it right now. He feels like a fish out of water at the moment. But then again, he's on 3 TCs behind this, so he's got
And
good
he is
economy.
getting handcart, so his economy is going to be pretty efficient.
Did
honestly.
he get fervor? He should get
Yeah,
fervor
he
too.
got fervor earlier.
Okay.
I think he did, because his villagers are at 1.01.
Okay, it's hard for me to know because he's been moving the monks at the same speed as the spearmen for a lot of this game. MbL bought stone and then bought wood to drop a 4 TC. Get the relic, MbL.
Bro, it's right there. It's right there. It's here.
Get the relic, MbL. I think Yo is waiting for it, in all fairness, and so MbL's really concerned about the light cap. Oh my god. How does he do that every time? And Yo's going to drop a castle, one that MbL doesn't actually see. And we know MbL's one of his weaknesses is getting housed. I'm going to be a little concerned with all these houses in the map right now.
He's getting it. Red is Yo. If Yo snagged that, I would have been so pissed.
You got to take it home, though. You got to take it home.
he's taking it. He's taking it.
And he'll
all the way
actually
home. And
see
he's gonna
the
find
other
the
one.
other relic.
Yeah, that's good.
Perfect.
And then if he could snag the other one, that's going to be tougher because it's in the middle of the map where the Janissaries are right now. But, oh my god, run away, Yo. Run away. He doesn't know what we know.
He targeted all of them.
How?
Oh my god, instantly.
How does he do that? That's insane. Like, so to be clear on how this works, so you can set control groups to snap 2 buildings or units. And it can go up to 9. So you could do, like, put each monk on a number, but then you have to be like 1 click, 2 click, 3 click, 4 click, 5 click. Even the speed at which he clicks is insane. Yeah. And then he has to
like
click different targets.
Dude, he's like rolling his fingers across the thing while clicking at the same time.
Yeah, it's nuts to me.
Crazy. Yeah.
Good job from Yo. All things considered here, Yo's got double Castle Janissary. He's going to kill a bunch of monks from MbL in the middle. MbL will get a conversion maybe, but I think Yo's in a better spot here. And we talked about Bohemians getting map control. This is MbL's unique way of taking the map control, but I don't think it's really accomplished a whole lot here at the end of the day.
Does have a fairly efficient eco, though. Got the fast fills. Got some eco upgrades on him.
MbL, please make houses right now. This is going to snowball so hard on him. He's going to need pop, and this ram is just going to take out all of these houses.
Oh, man. Well, it's a familiar position for him, right? He's buying food now, and he's on the way up. He's up. He's up before Yo.
He does have 3 relics. The monastery, however, is right there, which could be a concern. Yo's gunpowder also ranges the TC, but oh my god, the monks again.
Oh, jeez, dude.
That's insane.
1, 2.
Only gets 2. He's so confident with it as well. Could obviously convert Yo's monks. Gets 1. Loses that monk, but Yo's
coming with a castle.
Yeah, it's a good castle.
And that's the castle spot you were talking about earlier with MbL's golds, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Really good spot.
Now, MbL is researching chemistry already. When he arrives to Imp, he'll be able to make bombard cannons. So, thank God he's Bohemians here, right? Because if he couldn't do that,
1 minute
he
faster.
probably would be dead.
Yep.
And he's got the siege workshops as well. The problem for him, obviously, is lack of golds. And he's actually losing his gold is the worst possible time because he really doesn't have a lot left in his base beyond that 4-tile gold.
MbL making houses in the back.
Nice.
Fuck.
Yeah, Yo is actually just going to take out the monasteries. I would too. Yo just... From here on out, it really just feels like he just needs bombard cannons and janissaries. Like, I don't know what MbL's army competition can really be besides maybe monks and cannons. And I guess monks do get block printing, so you have even more range, and you are MbL.
Outside reforms.
What do you think about that tech? Should they remove it, or should they just leave it? They should just leave it.
I think it's fine. MbL's now leaving with the relics. He's abandoning ship. I think it's good. It'll never really get used because you never set up for a food eco.
Yeah.
If you're going for monks,
but
you always set up for a gold eco.
Mm-hmm.
And monks aren't a unit that you want when you earn 200 pop, which is what you usually have when you have a food eco. But like, all text in the game don't have to be useful.
Yeah.
That's what's great about Age of Empires. Sometimes you have text that you never see, and then when you see it, you're all excited.
Yeah.
Like, every unit, every tech doesn't have to be used at
I
some
agree.
point. It doesn't have to be viable. It can just be a one-off.
Especially with a civ that's already played all the time in tournaments, right? Like,
Yeah.
if it was a civ that was at the bottom of the barrel and didn't have really good bonuses and fun bonuses in play, then sure, let's buff it a little bit. But I'm with you on that. Black Forest players would probably love that. Might maybe see it, in late game there. But MbL hits Imp. He is going to go Bombard Cannons and Monks. Yo's also in Imp. Wonder how early we're going to see Yo consider Artillery here to get more range on those cannons.
Okay, so
Ooh.
now we have a situation where Elite Janissary is coming in, but Hufnitsa is also on the way.
Yeah.
And if we saw MbL's micro with the monks, his micro with the bomber cannons or Hufnitsa is also pretty good.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know how many people saw this, but it was Capwatch versus Ganji, and Capwatch was an imp faster, and he had 30 hand cannons. Ganji had none, but Ganji had like 4 more bomber cannons, and Ganji killed all the hand cannons with the bomber cannons. So there's a world, and MbL could convert all these Hussars too, which is kind of funny. But there's a world where the Elite Janissary upgrade doesn't actually benefit them in these engagements right now.
He doesn't have redemption,
Ah,
so
true.
he can't actually convert the bomber cannons.
He is researching Hufnitsa now in the Backstage Workshop, which is really important.
Oh, that's a bad bomber cannon. It came out just in time to die.
Also, MbL, you really need to get Elite Skirm here, man. I mean, Siege Engineers is great, but like Ballistics, Elite Skirm, have something more than this.
Buying stone for a castle. Okay, there's Elite Skirm, there's Bodkin, there's Siege Engineers, there's Hufnitsa. He's only going to have 2 of them, though.
Oh, man.
Oh, there's a castle here from Yo. Uh-oh, right as that comes in.
Oh, he's
okay,
gonna...
Yo places the castle back. Oh.
Yeah, that's a smart play. I think if you just
Yeah.
keep MbL in his base, you're okay, so you don't want to take the
Oh.
risk.
Siege Engineers is MB waiting. He waited for Siege Engineers, so Yo might not see these Hufnitsa coming in. Oh, man. Yo, watch out! Watch out, watch out! Oh!
Dang, man. I mean, that's what we talked about, right? And Yo only has 2 cannons. MbL's got 2. He's getting block printing, but he's completely out of gold, besides those 3 relics. That's a big problem for MbL. Maybe start selling food right now.
This is actually time for Hussite reforms. No cap on a stack, dude.
I mean, I think Yo, with 44 on food, just forget about your gunpowder unit.
Uh-oh, yo, watch out, watch out! No.
Outpost? Okay, freaked me out too. Dude, add stables, Yo. Add a couple stables here and go Hussar. It's just the perfect unit against what MbL is making right now. There's no world where Yo should have problems here if he goes for Hussars.
Castle's gonna die pretty quick without masonry.
I'm really excited to see MbL with these cannons, though. He keeps going for the attack round.
Into the skirms, too.
I guess he lost one, which is really painful. Like, you absolutely cannot be losing these
Fine,
these
you
cannons.
killed like 6 Janissaries. I think that's an okay trade as
Yeah.
far as trades go.
Yeah.
Oh, nice shot from Yo.
Oh! Dude, I'm
so
telling you,
close,
dude. These, I would not feel comfortable if I were Yo right now with these Janissaries, man. MbL?
Rams with Janissaries inside them. Beautiful.
MbL just
Wonderful.
converted 2 cannons and they died. MbL's got a chance here, a slight chance. He's backed up against the wall, no gold. Now we start to see some upgrades come in for Yo for
He's
the
at 3
stable units.
relics, so that's something, I guess.
Yeah. Also, Yo sunk a lot of stone into repairing this castle. If he were to lose this castle in the next one, he's not going to have any more behind it.
And Yo doesn't have artillery yet, so the range advantage is actually MbL's.
Yeah. I think
Siege Ram.
I think while Yo's had a really good game, I think most players are going to just go artillery instead of Elite Janissary here.
That's not his style, though.
Yeah.
He wants Siege Ram. He doesn't want to be sitting back and microing 1 unit at a time. He's the kind of guy that wants to win with a big push, right?
Yep. And he's
Oh,
just
boy.
chipping away at these walls. MbL's backed into a corner here. MbL got his win in game number 2.
He can still win this one, dude.
Yep.
He honestly can. All he needs to do, if he kills both of these castles, Yo is he's in a rough spot if he kills both of these castles. However, Yo getting the text for Hussar, so
Yeah.
even if these do go down, he can kind of hold the middle is great.
I think of all the players you'd pick in Titans League to try and come back in this situation when he's backed into a corner with no gold, you probably pick MbL. And he knows Hussar is probably going to come in here. He knows what he's vulnerable up against. So he's been prepping pikemen, and Bohemians still do that additional bonus damage with the pikes. right? So,
Uh-oh, yo, you're getting real aggressive here.
oh, MbL microwing. Yeah, Yo's diving in. I haven't been super impressed with Yo's attacks, honestly, considering the resources that he has.
Goof needs to die there, so it's not the worst thing in the
MbL ties it up. MbL ties up the population. Are you kidding me? No gold, no problem. Let's go. Oh, man. Yo.
And that castle's dead, dude. Oh, geez.
This is crazy.
Oh, MbL, watch out. Nice shots there from Yo. Great shots. Hussar can't really come in. 64 military here for MbL. He hasn't added villagers in a while, but he's going to kill more Janissaries.
I really wish
All he needs to do is get rid of that castle and he can get this gold again. And then it's a different game.
Yeah, the elite Janissaries in the middle of the map right now have 6 kills between them, and half their friends have died. It's just being elite has not been good for them. MbL's cannon micro has been so good, though. And Yo,
Yeah.
I think just a little... He's been taking engagements without the final armor. Maybe doesn't have the amount of farms. He had the time. But he seems scared right now. It feels like he could lose this. And if he loses the castle, suddenly MbL's on gold, and this just gets worse, too.
Yeah. The difference I see between this game and most Turk versus Bohemian games, MbL has a lot of space to play with here.
Yeah, in the back.
Like in the front of his map. No, I mean like even the front. It's wide open. He can run side to side with the Uvnitsa. Usually when we see this matchup, as he comes forward just to snipe down the Janissaries, usually when we see this matchup, the Bohemians player has like 3 tiles.
Yeah.
To dodge back and forth with Uvnitsa, so it's really tough for him. He's got space here.
Finally,
nice snipe there from Yo.
Finally, artillery paying off there, right? Like, that extra range has mattered so nicely. MbL reacted, but again, he's been at the limit for a long time. Yo wants so badly to win this one. He hates this map. There's going to be some big shots here.
Yo is coming in. Still no how, but I mean, the pikemen will do the job, I suppose.
And a lot of those skirms went down there. So I think Yo, happy with what his Janissaries have offered him there.
Population.
Just back away and wait for the next wave of Hussars to go in. Also, like the Hussars on the right side from Yo. This is something he's been doing a better job of the last couple moments, is just raiding.
Ooh. Another big shot on the Janissaries, but there's still more where that came from. And MbL is down to 120 pop. He's really struggling to queue. He hasn't gone above like 100 villagers this entire game. And he hasn't been queuing any vills. And his farming eco is not good. So if he wants to keep spamming trash, it's going to be a problem.
Yeah. Yo is 40 on golds.
Nice shot.
He's got so much gold income. I will say this, if MbL wouldn't have moved those relics back, he would have been dead, right? He's been able to hang in here because he still has some gold income from the 3 relics, but a moment ago, it looked like MbL could possibly push out. Yo repaired, kept the castle up, and now Yo is simply waiting. He's going to go bombard tower. This is to send a message, man.
He's going to MbL.
MbLing MbL, exactly. And it's a great decision, too, for the side control. Siege Ram's going to open up the left side here. Poor MbL, man. He seems so under so much pressure right now. Just cannot move out. He must feel paralyzed at the moment. Good micro here from Yo. Good hits from MbL, obviously, and good micro from MbL as well. MbL's going to get some big shots here. And Yo just trying to snipe those Hufnitsa cannons there.
He's taking them out occasionally. He's getting some hits, but the Huss are in the north. That's a big problem. MbL now getting He didn't have Wagenberg tactics, so he didn't have the speed on his Hufnitsa this entire time.
Yeah, no speed. Can't compete with the range of Turks. Spent so much gold on monks, right? And hasn't been able to mine a lot of gold with the Bohemians in the Imperial Age.
Cannons dying. Hufnitsa going down, though. Big shot from Mr. Yo. Big shot. Big shot.
And it feels like that's just the confidence that Yo needs to start dropping some bomber towers.
Yep. He's got Siege Ram, too. So you just Siege Ram bomber towers.
Yep.
And just send the Siege Ram in towards the Uvnitsa. That's it.
MbL knows, too. Like, MbL has built so many bomber towers on people in ranked games. And he's done it in tournaments as well. But he's been in Yo's position so many times. I've seen... There was a game where he made a wall of, like, 20 of them. Because he just felt like he was going to win a game.
Yep.
And so he's going to look at this and be like, oh, God, I deserve that.
GG.
And GG, Yo continues to beat everybody here in Group B. He now goes up to 10 wins and 1 loss with one more round. Wait, 10 wins, 1 loss. It doesn't make sense. No. Does it? Couldn't he be
10
at
wins,
12?
2 losses.
2 losses, excuse me. Yes, of course, because he had this loss here. And he'll have 1 more round remaining, which will be against Leary. So it'll be fun to see that one, obviously. But when you looked at Group B, you said, Yo, MbL, and Leary, those guys have to be top 3. Right now, MbL has 4 wins out of a potential of 12. Is that right? Am I correct on that? No, a potential of 9, excuse me, which still is not great for a player of his caliber, so he'll have to pick it up in his final 2
how
rounds.
How many sets has he played?
He's played 3.
Oh,
So
okay.
4 wins, 5 losses for MbL.
So he's 4 and 5. It's
4
not
and 5.
the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, it's not. But
I mean,
Leary's
the
one
only
of his
the only
opponents.
thing is, yeah, exactly. The only thing is, like, he really shouldn't have gotten swept by Draken. This would be a different story if he had even taken 1 game
Yeah,
from him.
yeah, I agreed.